The Social Security Administration is in crisis. In just 10 days, its website has crashed 4 times, leaving millions of retirees and disabled Americans locked out of their accounts. Leadership instability, staffing shortages, and growing security concerns are making things worse. And now, a controversial new nominee is stepping in to fix the mess. But will he be able to? In this video, we'll break down the biggest failures facing Social Security, the leadership shakeup that could change everything, and the urgent reforms that may determine the agency's survival. Stick around to find out how these issues could impact your benefits. Welcome to Financial Area. If you want to stay informed on financial news that affects your future, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's dive in. The Social Security Administration is experiencing a severe breakdown, and one of the most alarming issues is the repeated failure of its online services. Over the past 10 days, the agency's website has crashed 4 times, preventing millions of retirees and disabled Americans from accessing their accounts. This failure is more than just a technical glitch. It's a symptom of deep structural problems within the agency. With so many people relying on Social Security for their livelihood, these disruptions are causing widespread frustration and fear. Many beneficiaries depend on the website for crucial services, such as checking their payment status, updating personal information, or applying for benefits. When the system goes down, they are left in limbo, with no clear way to resolve their issues. Critics argue that the Social Security Administration has neglected critical infrastructure updates for too long, leading to an outdated and fragile system that cannot handle the demands of modern users. Beyond website failures, another major issue plaguing the agency is the severe staffing shortage. Long wait times at Social Security offices and overwhelmed phone lines are making it harder for people to get the help they need. Many beneficiaries, especially seniors and individuals with disabilities, struggle with online services and rely on phone or in-person support. However, with fewer staff available, these services have been significantly reduced. People calling the agency often experience hours-long hold times, and some never get through at all. In some cases, in-person appointments take months to schedule, leaving vulnerable individuals without timely assistance. The staffing crisis is largely due to budget constraints and hiring freezes that have left the agency unable to keep up with demand. As more Americans retire and apply for benefits, the workload continues to grow, but there aren't enough employees to handle the influx of requests. Frustrated beneficiaries are voicing their concerns, sharing stories of missed payments, denied claims, and a lack of reliable support from the agency. The situation has reached a breaking point, and many are calling for urgent action to address the workforce shortage. Adding to the growing list of concerns is the question of whether the Social Security Administration can effectively protect sensitive personal information. With millions of Americans' data stored in its systems, the agency is a prime target for cyber attacks. Lawmakers have raised alarms about potential security vulnerabilities, questioning whether the agency is doing enough to prevent data breaches. Some officials worry that external influences, including high-profile figures like Elon Musk and his ventures in digital finance, could create further complications. The increasing integration of technology in financial systems has sparked debates over whether Social Security should adopt new digital solutions or stick with traditional models. However, without strong cybersecurity measures in place, any attempt at modernization could expose beneficiaries to greater risks. The fear of data breaches is not unfounded, as government agencies have been frequent targets of cyber attacks in recent years. If Social Security fails to protect its databases, millions of Americans could face identity theft, fraud, or financial loss. The growing concerns over security have put additional pressure on agency leaders to address these risks before they escalate into a full-blown crisis. The leadership situation within the Social Security Administration has become one of the agency's most significant challenges. In just 5 months, the agency has seen 4 different administrators, creating a sense of instability at the top that is hindering long-term planning and reform. Each new leader brings their own approach and priorities, but with such frequent changes, it's difficult for any strategic direction to take hold. The lack of continuity at the top has made it nearly impossible to implement lasting solutions to the agency's operational problems. This revolving door of leadership has left both employees and beneficiaries uncertain about the agency's future. With no consistent leadership, the Social Security Administration struggles to maintain momentum on critical projects, such as improving technological infrastructure and addressing staffing shortages. Frank Bisignano, the current nominee for the permanent administrator role, comes with a background that has raised eyebrows. As the former CEO of a financial technology company, Bisignano is known for his success in the private sector, where he notably doubled stock prices during his tenure. While this may be impressive from a business perspective, many are questioning whether his financial background will translate into the skills needed to manage a massive government agency responsible for the welfare of over 73 million Americans. The public and political figures alike are wary of his lack of experience in government operations, especially given the complex and bureaucratic nature of Social Security. Bisignano's business-oriented approach may be seen as a double-edged sword. His expertise in streamlining processes and boosting financial performance could help, but it might also lead to decisions that prioritize cost-cutting over the needs of beneficiaries. During his confirmation hearing, Bisignano promised to modernize the Social Security Administration and address its staffing and service delivery issues. He emphasized the need for technological upgrades and better efficiency, including his interest in utilizing artificial intelligence to reduce waste and fraud. However, lawmakers pressed him on his plans to ensure that these technological advancements would not undermine the personal touch needed in government services. They also questioned his commitment to restoring staffing levels to address the agency's chronic understaffing problem. Bisignano acknowledged the importance of adequate staffing, but his comments left some lawmakers skeptical, as they doubted his willingness to prioritize people over profit-driven goals. His responses in the confirmation hearing suggested that he is well aware of the pressure he faces, but it remains unclear whether he has the political savvy to navigate the complexities of Social Security reform. As the nominee waits for confirmation, the public's faith in the agency's leadership hangs in the balance. The future of the Social Security Administration is increasingly tied to its ability to modernize and adapt to new technological demands. Frank Bisignano has expressed a commitment to transforming the agency through the integration of artificial intelligence and other advanced technologies. His plan involves using AI to detect and prevent fraud, streamline operations, and reduce waste. The potential benefits of such technology are clear. AI could automate many of the repetitive tasks that currently bog down employees, allowing them to focus on more complex issues. It could also speed up processing times, reduce human error, and make the system more efficient overall. However, the push for modernization also raises significant concerns. The more the agency relies on technology, the greater the risk of excluding people who aren't tech-savvy or who have difficulty accessing digital platforms. For many beneficiaries, especially older individuals and those with disabilities, relying on automated systems could make it harder to get the help they need. Some argue that the introduction of AI and automation should be balanced with a strong human presence to ensure that those who rely on Social Security aren't left behind in the digital age. The political implications of Social Security reform cannot be overstated. Any attempt to modify or cut benefits faces fierce opposition from the public, lawmakers, and political figures. Social Security is often referred to as the third rail of U.S. politics. Touch it, and it can end your career. The program enjoys widespread support, and proposals to reduce benefits or change its structure are met with immediate backlash. This makes it challenging for any leader, including Bisignano, to navigate the complex political landscape surrounding Social Security reform. The growing influence of figures like Elon Musk, who has publicly criticized Social Security by calling it a Ponzi scheme, further complicates the debate. His remarks have sparked outrage among defenders of the program, who view such comments as an attack on the security and well-being of millions of Americans. Despite the political risks, reform is necessary if the program is to remain viable in the long term. The conversation about reform will likely intensify as the aging population increases and the financial pressures on Social Security grow.